Um, if you're not if you're not going to be good at small talk, then you're gonna suffer a life of insane isolation. No matter what skills you have to offer or how much wealth you have. Okay, wealth not so much. Your wealth will bring people, but no matter how good you are at what you do, no matter how connected you are, if you don't have the ability to do small talk, you're gonna suffer. And this is something that I face a lot, because I have a very rigid belief system that small talk is ridiculous and unnecessary. But the more and more that I get myself out there to meet people and discuss things and to run things for myself, I've realized that without small talk, you'll get tired of having deep conversations all the time. And while I'm not saying it needs to be in balance, not at all. I'm saying that the situation itself will call for depth. The situation itself will call for introspection, which will lead to a deeper conversation. But then again, it's like how the Hermetic Kabbalah says, right? Reserve the pearls of wisdom for those who wear it high upon the crown on their heads, and not for those who toss it on the ground and trample it under their feet like pigs and their food. So you've got to be it's almost the same as giving advice. You need to know whom to give advice to and what to ask for in return, right? So small talk for me is like salt, right? There's no way you can have food without salt, but you can choose to have food with less salt, or you can choose to have food with a lot of salt. Now, small talk, salt, wow, actually that's actually a brilliant analogy. I don't know how I come up with these things. But yeah, so what I've realized is, or rather what I'm, let me tell you this, like what kind of small talk I don't like at all. I don't like small talk where we're discussing like trivial shit or discussing trivial shit that people do. I hate that kind of small talk. I hate like, what did you eat for dinner? How are you? Where are you? Blah, blah. That small talk pisses the fuck out of me. But at the same time, I've also realized that small talk is absolutely necessary. Now, what is unnecessary is to force yourself to do small talk all the time and only stick to small talk. At least that's what I feel. So this is how I keep things in balance. I know for a fact that I need to make myself visible in the minds of people, and that visibility cannot just be in those one offhand moment when I have a conversation of depth with someone. It needs to be regular and it needs to be reinforced. So what I do now is I reserve my deep conversations for one-on-ones or for situations in which I'm organizing the logistics, and rest of the other time it's just small talk. And but again, that small talk isn't like just throwing darts in a dark room, right? The small talk that I do kind of leads to this person realizing that maybe we should get a little bit more intense with this. Like for example, nowadays after I have lunch, I ask people if they've had lunch, and then I ask them how did that lunch make them feel, and then I ask them, if possible, would they want to have a better lunch. This is small talk, but it's leading to something more interesting, right? Similarly with work, I ask people, how was your day, how was your work, what all you did. Then I ask them another question: if you were given a choice tomorrow, would you want to wake up and do the same work again? It's a very yes or no question, very small talky. Most people say, yeah, of course. But then you reinforce that with another question: if tomorrow was the last day of your life, would you be happy doing the same thing? You're drilling deeper and deeper and deeper. Now again, this cannot happen in all situations. It's not like you can walk into a nightclub and ask someone, hey, do you think your name has any significance when it comes to the kind of decisions or life things that you make in your life. So this is not something I would ask a stranger. What I would ask a stranger is, hey, today traffic wasn't that bad, was it, right? And then they would say, oh yeah, blah, 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 this thing. Then you can be like, isn't it fucking frustrating when you don't want to go to work and then you have to go to work against traffic? Doesn't that just add more to the frustration? It's still small talk, but I'm getting somewhere. And then I ask something like, what if you had like a flying plane, or if you could teleport? Would you choose that over going through traffic every day? That helps me understand more about the person. Are they an escapist? Are they someone who like to challenge things face? Are they someone who like to take things head on? And then slowly I build it on to, would you take responsibility for it? Because those are the things that I ask myself. When I get stuck in traffic, I ask myself, I'm complaining about bad traffic now, but am I willing to do something about it? No, I shut the fuck up and I ride. That's all I do. I shut the fuck up and I ride. I listen to music maybe. If I'm not willing to get my hands in the gutter, I don't really think too much, let it affect me or criticize it too much. So this is what I've started doing. I've started using small talk to understand if there is a scope for something deeper with this person, and I've come to realize that without an ability to be able to do small talk, today is what day? It's Thursday, Feb 21st, 2019. Today I've come to realize if you don't have the ability to do small talk, you're just going to be a lonely, isolated motherfucker who's going to be running narratives in his mind again and again about the kind of person he is and how he deserves better and how others don't deserve him and how he's better than everyone else. But the more you start having small talk, the more you start realizing that this is for me. The more I started realizing how insecure I am to not have small talk with people, or how I used to pride myself that I'm a deep person, I don't have small conversation. But that's just a fucking ego charade. I've missed the opportunity to have so many conversations with people just because I kept telling myself that I can only have deep conversations. So if there's one takeaway for myself today, it is, remember, Anvay, 1 year from now, if you're watching this, small talk is fucking important. You need to master the art of small talk. And for this, I would like to thank my friend Shreyas, who once very strictly told me on my face, bro, you need to be able to do fucking small talk. I'll teach you if you want. So Shreyas, thanks, man. That conversation we had has spiraled me on this tangent, and I want to thank you for it. Until then, goodbye, motherfuckers.